Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Ah, shit. Get your tea and your popcorn because this is going to be another good one. So, as you guys know, we have really been getting a lot of exotical tax, but a part of what comes with popularity and being on a pedestal is people criticizing you. And so, I'm noticing that there are some people in the exotical space who want the pedestal, but they can't handle the criticism that comes with that pedestal. So, I want to talk about one of our exotical ally channels actually. Her name was the unambiguous exotical. So this content creator, she's an unambiguous dark skinned black woman. She was an ally channel. And so from the time that she first came here onto YouTube, a lot of you guys who subscribed to my channel, a lot of you guys were in the Discord saying that you didn't like her using the term exotical because she is an unambiguous dark skinned black woman. And so from the time she first came on here, I actually did not care about her using the phrase exotical. I don't own that term. I actually want that term exotical to become popular so that we can become a full blown niche in the algorithm because that helps your RPM to go up in terms of YouTube money. But anyway, I never said anything negative about Miss Unambiguous Exotical. In fact, I will insert all of the screenshots of myself going on to her channel. This is an unambiguous dark skinned black woman. I have supported this woman from day one because you guys know me. This is actually not a colorist or racist channel. I don't care what race you are. We actually have allies of multiple races who create channels all the time. So I thought that she was another genuine, leveled up, beautiful, confident, unambiguous black woman. And so if you guys have seen my community page, you know that we now have like Mestizas United. So be sure to subscribe to her channel. We've got lots of ally channels who don't identify as quote unquote exoticals per se. Even like Blunt Girly, she's another content creator that I love watching and stuff. And she's an unambiguous dark skinned black one. So when I came across the unambiguous exotical, I thought that she was another beautiful, confident member of the Pretty Girl Club. And so even when it comes to the exoticals that were in my Discord telling me, "Oh, who is this? Like, what's an unambiguous exotical? That doesn't even make sense." So a lot of you guys are in my Discord, and you will see me if you join my Discord and my Patreon. You'll actually see me in my own Discord with my own community defending the unambiguous exotical and defending the validity of her channel because I support women who support me, and I also support women who want to level up and just be genuine and just be pretty girls. I don't care what race they are. And so I've been supporting this woman since day one. But today I was out here in exotical world, just out here in the exotical pretty girl algorithm. And I came across my friend Exotical Epiphany. Be sure to subscribe to her channel. She was giving the tea. So she was talking about this content creator who has a drama channel, Golden Goddess. She actually has a celebrity tea channel. She's been on YouTube longer than me and still can't even clear 5,000 subscribers. But besides that, since I'm the new up and coming celebrity here on YouTube, of course, Golden Goddess is covering my channel. So not only have the Black empowerment space and the Golden Sphere, the former Golden Sphere that I got kicked out of for being too pro Black, they have tried to team up to create all of these different smear campaigns against the exoticals. They have falsely doxed so many different photos, like saying that they're me. They've tried to say that I'm like a bleacher and all this different stuff. So these women have gone out of their way to try to destroy the exotical space. And I was watching this video. There's this other girl called the Strategic Feminine. She is not strategic, nor is she feminine based on her content. So literally, as far as what's been going on in these YouTube streets, it's literally exoticals versus BWE, beluga whale empowerment. So they're literally trying to go out of their way to smear the exoticals because their talking points are outdated and their talking points aren't as strong as ours. So I was minding my business, enjoying my exotical tax and enjoying my pretty privilege when I came across apparently one of the girls who was an ally went on a live stream of this woman who has claimed to have doxed me or whatever. Because a lot of people, they're trying to make money right now off of the exoticals. That's the only way that they can like get views on their channel. Notice how the channels like Harmony Simone TV, The Strategic Feminine, Golden Goddess, if you look on their videos and filter it by the most popular videos, a lot of their most popular videos are videos about exoticals. Okay, so that's the only way that they can stay relevant. They're very similar to Chrissy. They have stagnated or dying channels because they have outdated talking points or no talking points at all. They tend to flip flop depending on whatever they think is popular. So, part of what they're trying to do is ride the coattails of exoticals or pretend like they have all this secret information about exoticals, or they will even try to interview. Like, I saw this one red pill passport bro, unambiguous black man, and I saw that he did a collaboration with this content creator Golden Goddess. So notice how she claims to be so pro biracial, but the moment she can collaborate with an unambiguous black passport bro, she jumps at that opportunity. So I mean that's a part of why I didn't work out with the golden sphere. And a lot of my former mutuals from the golden sphere are upset because they say that the exotical space single-handedly destroyed the golden sphere, which we did. We single-handedly destroyed both the golden sphere as well as the black women empowerment space here on YouTube because our talking points are just so much better than theirs.
Another thing that I forgot to say is that the exotical space has now inspired a new wave of Black women empowerment content creators who focus on leveling up, social climbing, privilege stacking, dark femininity, as well as multiculturalism. All of that was inspired by the exotical space, whether they want to admit it or not. So people can claim that the exoticals are so irrelevant and that, like, they don't want to give us our flowers, but that's okay. We will be collecting our exotical tax. Okay, back to the video.
A lot of them are either centered around whiteness. The exotical space decenters whiteness and it decenters men. And nobody has seen that on YouTube before. No one has seen this many YouTube channels collaborating at once. So when the unambiguous exotical came along, I thought that she was another new wave black woman empowerment content creator who did not have any inferiority complexes or jealousy. And so I support anybody who is like not racist or anybody who is like just a leveled up pretty girl. I don't care what race you are. So you can see based on my screenshots here that I have been supporting the unambiguous exotical. Not only have I defended this content creator in my Discord, I have supported this girl in her comment section. My channel is what, 10 or 20 times bigger than hers? Most big and up and coming content creators, they don't even comment on people's like in their comment section because whenever you as a bigger content creator make a comment on a smaller channel, you're actually giving that channel validity and you are kind of like you're giving that channel clout in a way. So I had no problem because I have an abundance mindset. I don't have a problem sharing clout or, shouting out unambiguous dark skinned black women on my channel if I literally support their content. So that's what I've done. But I just found out that apparently this girl went onto the live stream of a woman who is clearly against the exotical space to the point of attempted doxing. And so she literally is going on streams with the ops of Exoticals who are literally they're trying to make a talking point that supposedly we're all like black and ugly. I've noticed that that's kind of the agenda of like both the Golden Sphere as well as BWE space. They're trying to prove that Exoticals are basically black and ugly or dark and ugly. So it tells you their views on dark skin and on blackness. Not only are they using false rumors to do that and trying to smear us, but the unambiguous exotical shows up on one of these live streams so that she can openly bash the Exoticals United community. And so I really, I literally feel like such an idiot right now because you guys have tried to actually kind of warn me or talk to me about this. And so I just want to say I'm sorry to the Exoticals that I did not listen to because now I am literally hurt by the unambiguous exotical because now from my perspective it appears as if she was just trying to clout chase off of my subscribers, very similar to Golden Goddess, trying to clout chase and gain exotical subscribers but then turning around behind our back and trying to pander to the BWE space who literally hates exoticals. I don't know how your channel's going to grow if you do that, but let's listen to what she said about the exotical space.
The only thing, my only gripe with Exoticals United is that like she makes it seem as if dark skinned girls aren't, dark skinned unambiguous girls aren't like multicultural, or they can't like successfully navigate in, non-black spaces. Um,
Unambiguous exotical, you know that that's false. My channel is not centered around unambiguous dark skinned black women. So, why would I share social strategies for unambiguous dark skinned black women to become multicultural? That is divestment. Okay. If you're looking for content that talks about the multiculturalism of unambiguous dark skinned black women, that's what the divestment space is for. My channel's core audience, you know who my channel's core audience is, Unambiguous Exotical, because you subscribe to my channel. Your channel is inspired by my channel. So I find it interesting that suddenly you go on to the live stream of one of my ops, of one of the many exotical ops. You go onto their live stream and pretend like this channel has an agenda to prove that unambiguous dark skinned black women are not multicultural. When did I say that it was impossible for unambiguous dark skinned black women to be multicultural? My channel focuses on the pros and the social strategies and the privilege stacking of ambiguous black women. So, of course, I wouldn't be sharing basically divestment strategies. You know that, unambiguous exotical. And also, just because my channel focuses on like MLS women, it doesn't mean that I'm making it seem like we're better than other women. So I find it interesting how you had no problem supporting my channel. You had no problem trying to siphon off the subscribers of the exotical community, but then you go on to the live stream of the strategic feminine who is clearly jealous of the growth of my channel, and suddenly you want to give the opposite talking point that somehow this channel has an agenda to make it seem like dark skinned black women can't be multicultural. We are the product of dark skinned black women who were multicultural enough to have babies with non black men because this channel is full of mixed race women. You know that. So I find it interesting how suddenly you have amnesia about what the agenda of my channel is when you get onto a black woman empowerment live stream. So my question for you, Unambiguous Exotical, is why did you do this? Why would you come into the exotical space, name your channel after the exoticals, name your talking points and your entire branding after the exoticals, try to attract exotical subscribers, and then suddenly, once the exoticals are receiving trolling from the black empowerment space, you go onto the stream of a black empowerment YouTuber who claims to have not only smeared the name of exoticals, but also attempted to dox us, and suddenly you want to say that you have a gripe with me personally. If you have a gripe with me personally, you have my email, unambiguous exotical. You know my channel name. Couldn't you have commented on my channel or simply asked me a question or sent me an email saying, hey, what do you think about multicultural dark skinned black women? Couldn't you have communicated that with me as opposed to basically going behind my back and attempting to involve yourself in a smear campaign against the exoticals and then conveniently attempting to change the name of your channel to try to attract black women empowerment subscribers? That type of behavior comes off as extremely two-faced, Unambiguous Exotical. I have to say, I am very hurt and extremely disappointed that you would even do something like this. I never expected something like this from you. And so unfortunately, I have to make this response because I didn't know. You could even see actually, let me scroll down on Exotical Epiphany's video. You can actually see me defending you right here. So as I was watching the video where they were kind of like talking about you leaving the exotical space, I hadn't got to the 8-minute mark yet. And I actually had commented just here 26 minutes ago and defended you again. I said, as far as the unambiguous exotical, she seemed to be an ally channel who gets along with the exoticals and likes our level up talking points. I've never had a problem with her and still don't. She seems like a sweetheart. It appears as if the exotical subscribers didn't like her use of the term exotical on her channel, being that she is an unambiguous dark skinned black woman. She seems to have changed her name in order to not offend people. All of these women seem like they're trying to be neutral and not offend people, except for Golden Goddess, who wants to tarnish the exotical space. It's not working, by the way. I've gained 8,000 subscribers since people started responding to me and attempting to dox me. The bottom line is that my channel is trending towards 100K and will get there, slowly but surely. Our talking points are too strong to not become more popular over time. We are only considered controversial because we're small. But if we already caused this much chaos and blown up the entire BWE space, imagine how much more publicity we will get once we continue to grow. No matter what the detractors say, our talking points are still valid. None of my haters have as strong of a brand or as strong of talking points as the exotical space. And by the way, we are not a cult. So the fact that they're treating us like we are some big, powerful, organized group shows how much of a pedestal we are truly on. So I literally have basically a whole 250-word paragraph that I typed right here, literally defending you, unambiguous exotical, because I viewed you as an ally because that is how you portrayed yourself to me. You were always very sweet towards me. I never had a problem with you. And I always supported your channel despite some of my own subscribers not supporting your channel. I defended you not only in my Discord, not only on my community page, but you can see this screenshot right here where I'm actually defending you on a tea video that Golden Goddess tried to do to try to pit you against me. So I wasn't falling for it right here. I wasn't falling for the division. You can see this right here. I was too mature to automatically view you as my enemy because I don't view every unambiguous dark skinned black woman as my enemy. You can see that because I have worked with multiple unambiguous identifying content creators on here. And you were one of them, unambiguous exotical. So I find it interesting how quickly I am to defend you, or how quickly I am to give you the benefit of the doubt, or to assume that you're a good person and that you're not a fake ass person. But then, literally 8 minutes in, you're saying that you apparently have a gripe with me because you think that I'm making it seem like unambiguous black women can't be multicultural. When the bottom line is my audience, my core audience is and always will be exoticals. And I've said that multiple times throughout my content. You should know that, unambiguous exotical, seeing as you've modeled your entire channel off of mine. You've been subscribed to my channel for I don't know how long, and you've watched my content, so you know who my core audience is. My core audience is not and never will be unambiguous mono dark skinned black women. So to pretend like you suddenly don't know that because you're on the stream of a black women empowerment creator who's a struggle creator, by the way, I just find that to be extremely disingenuous, unambiguous, exotical.
But at the same time, like she's saying that like Chrissy, Queen Trauma, and et cetera, like I guess they're our representation, and I guess like that's all she heard. So that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping like girls like us. I mean, not that we have to prove anything to anybody, but I'm hoping girls like us can just like change that narrative.
So as
Okay, so you're saying that Queen Trauma and Eloho and those types of women are a bad representation, and you're hoping that women like yourself, unambiguous exotical, can change that. Well, I have to tell you, unfortunately, you did not succeed at that because by betraying both myself and the rest of the exoticals and essentially talking crap behind our backs and thinking that we wouldn't see it, that is not a good reflection on unambiguous black women. Like I said, unambiguous exotical, I have collaborated with you or like bounced off of your content or shouted you out or been all up in your comment section. So I find it interesting how none of those times were the times that you felt were appropriate to discuss my content or the issues that you may have with my content, but suddenly you conveniently want to pretend like you have such a big issue with my content when you're streaming with someone who is one of my ops. So I find that behavior to be extremely fake, extremely disingenuous. That's horrible social climbing behavior. And you're literally acting just like the women that you claim you're so different from. So you're trying to portray like you're different from Golden Goddess, you're different from Strategic Feminine, like you're different from Queen Trauma and Aloha and whatever, but your behavior is directly mirroring their behavior. Look at the difference, Pretty Girl Club, look at the difference between how I responded to Unambiguous Exotical versus how she responded to me. When I saw people talking shit or like talking or kind of trying to divide me from Unambiguous Exotical, I immediately did not play into it because I don't allow other people's gossip and rumors to divide me from the women that I am down for. I'm a very loyal person, obviously to a fault. So I didn't allow them to divide me against Unambiguous Exotical. Here's the screenshot right here once again. where I was defending Unambiguous Exotical. Also, if you join my Patreon or my Discord, you will see me defending her in my Discord and Patreon towards my own subscribers, telling my own subscribers, you guys should still support her. She is not a jealous type of unambiguous woman. She's not two-faced. She's not fake. She's not trying to ride our coattails. But unfortunately, Unambiguous Exotical, you proved myself wrong. So you proved me wrong because you were literally caught red-handed saying negative things about the exotical space while simultaneously wanting to be in it. And so I just feel like this is so crazy. Like people really like both the black empowerment space and the former golden sphere are so jealous of the unity that the exotical space has. They're mad because we've got black women in this space, we've got mixed women in this space. Now we have allies. Well, except for obviously Unambiguous Exotical doesn't want to be an ally based on her behavior, and that's fine. I look forward to seeing the type of community you can build, Unambiguous Exotical. In fact, I look forward to seeing the type of community that all of these women build. Golden Goddess, Unambiguous Exotical, Strategic Feminine, I Am Aloho, Chrissy, Queen Chama, whoever these women are, all the black women empowerment space and all of the former Golden Sphere people, I look forward to seeing the types of communities you will build over the next 5 years. Some of you guys have been on YouTube longer than me and can't even clear 5K, Golden Goddess. Some of you guys have been on YouTube and you're literally trying to ride the coattails of the exotical subscribers. You're hoping to attain exotical subscribers, and you're hoping to simultaneously obtain black women empowerment subscribers. What a lot of people don't realize is that I don't want black women empowerment. Like I don't want the former black women empowerment subscribers as my core audience. I really don't. I don't want 200,000 Chrissies on my channel. Like seriously, I can see why Chrissy quit YouTube. I can see why she doesn't come on here. I wouldn't want 200,000 Chrissies following me either. Because imagine having 200,000 women with a deep rooted inferiority complex following your content. Nothing you do is going to be good enough for them. So, contrary to popular belief, I'm actually not trying to attract the same audience that a lot of these women have. So, all of these women that are so threatened by my channel's growth, Lexus Exodus, I'm talking to you, Chrissy, all of these women that are so threatened by the growth of my channel, sis, I don't even want your subscribers. Trust me, I don't want a bunch of self hating, inferiority complex having, unambiguous, monocultural, dark skinned black women as my core audience anyway. And so you can have that space. Like nobody like I find it interesting how the existence of the exotical space seems to be so disruptive from other women when they literally told us to get out of their spaces. Like, you guys told us to get out of unambiguous dark skinned black women's spaces and create our own spaces on YouTube. And then you follow us over to our spaces or you come into our spaces. I'm actually very welcoming. I actually don't mind women of other races or other phenotypes interacting in my space because I'm not threatened by your identities. So I don't care if you're a white woman following me. I don't care if you're an unambiguous black woman following me. I don't care who you are. As long as you're like a genuine person, I will support you, as you can see that I have with the Unambiguous Exotical. Despite her completely using the term exotical, knowing that we have a different definition, knowing that we have a totally different brand or whatever, she attempted to change the entire definition of the word exotical. I let all of that slide. I actually didn't care because, like I said, this is not a cult or anything. So I don't mind if people have different opinions and stuff. So I was over here defending the Unambiguous Exotical. I welcomed her with open arms, just like how I once welcomed Golden Goddess with open arms. And look at their behavior once they see the growth of the exotical space. And look at how many women claim to be so strong in their talking points. They claim to be so confident, yet as soon as they receive some heat or as soon as they receive trolling, suddenly they can't handle it and they want to flip flop and go to the other side. Because they literally do view it as a competition. They really do view it as like black empowerment space versus like the exotical space. We don't view you guys as competition, with all due respect. But you should be glad that we don't view you as competition because that's what makes us more welcoming and inclusive. But it's always the women who they claim to be so exclusive or whatever. They'll say that they want an exclusive space, but then they'll try to go into your space. Or they want to have the same subscribers as your space. It's like, sis, I thought that you just said that you only wanted a certain type of woman on your platform. So I have to say, unambiguous exotical, I would like to know the answer to the question. Why would you come into the exotical space or claim to be such an ally to exoticals, but then simultaneously say that apparently I am making it seem like unambiguous women can't be multicultural? When I have literally acknowledged multiple times that the entire divestment space is actually them just teaching multiculturalism. Why would you attempt to go on this live stream of an op of the exotical space who is literally she's attempting to like dox people or like they're claiming that they've doxed me or whatever. So why would you even go on the space? I personally would never do that to you, unambiguous exotical. I wouldn't support somebody who claims to have doxed you or somebody who clearly has it out for you. Like, I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to Blunt Girly. I've never even done that to Golden Goddess. So, do you see the difference in behaviors? So, this is exactly what people are talking about when they say certain people have inferiority complexes or extreme envy. Because do you see how people respond?
And this is editing EU talking, but in terms of unambiguous exotical, I won't say that she's envious. I think it's the other girls that are envious, but I think that unambiguous exotical cannot handle the trolling, and she is hoping to attain both exotical subscribers as well as Black empowerment subscribers. So she's being a double agent, kind of playing both sides. This happened early on in my YouTube career with a couple of other YouTubers, and so that's how it's coming off. Okay, back to the video.
Stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So for the people who they can't handle the trolls, that's really what it is too. I feel like you, unambiguous exotical, or whoever else attempts to be flip flopping in and out of the exotical space, Pinterest Bratz. I also saw your video where you were claiming that apparently you've been bamboozled somehow by the exoticals. So Pinterest Bratz, I know you probably weren't talking to me personally, so I don't take your video personally because you were probably talking to other exotical content creators. But for you, Pinterest Brats, this is why whenever I'm making YouTube videos, I call out content creators by name because otherwise people are going to assume that you're talking about the entire group. And same thing, unambiguous exotical. Whenever I speak about something that has to do with monoracial dark skinned black women, anybody who watches my channel knows that I'm not saying all or all women. That's exactly why I call people out by name and I say, "Hey, Chrissy said this," or "I am Aloho said that." That's exactly why I call them out by name so that the other unambiguous black women watching this know, "Oh, okay, she's not talking about me." This is why you have to point fingers and name names. You can't come on here and expect to be a successful content creator and then like be a coward at the same time. If you have something to say it to the person by name, call out their name and say, "Hey, so and so content creators who I'm talking about," or, the divestment movement is who I'm talking about. So that's why I call out the direct movement. I call out the direct sector on YouTube that I'm talking about. I will call out the exact content creator. I don't just say, "Oh, all the exoticals bamboozled me," or, "Oh, Exoticals United makes it seem like these women can't be multicultural." It's like, unambiguous exotical, you know exactly what my brand is and who my brand is focused on. I don't even focus on what unambiguous black women can do because my brand is focused on what exoticals can do, which is the ambiguous black women. I focus on what we can do as a community. So if you can relate to that, that's fine. And if you want to be an ally to that, that's fine. But I feel like you are obviously not a true ally because I personally, you've never seen me go on anybody's live streams against Blunt Girly. You've never seen me go on live streams against other exoticals because I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even want people to associate me with disliking somebody that I support. So I wouldn't even hang out with like if somebody was talking shit about like Blunt Girly, for example, she doesn't even call herself an exotical. She's obviously an unambiguous dark-skinned black woman who is a new, better black woman empowerment content creator. If somebody was doing a live stream about Blunt Girly and talking all this shit, or if they've made multiple videos against her, and if they tried to either tag me in a video or they want me to come on and do an interview so I can talk shit about her, I would never do something like that. I personally would never do that because why would I go against somebody whose actual character aligns more closely with mine? And also, what do I have to gain from talking shit about another successful up and coming black woman? So this is what I'm talking about when I say it's bad social climbing behavior. Why would I join in when people are like talking against somebody who's literally making a positive difference? I don't care what race you are, unambiguous exotical. If I see that a content creator is making a positive difference, I wouldn't even go on the live stream of somebody who claims to know all this personal information about Chrissy. You've never seen me do that. Name one live stream that I've gone on with one of Chrissy's detractors where they're like, oh, we have a whole channel that is made to bash Chrissy. Name one other live streamer that I've gone on where they have talked about her like on that level or where they're purposely trying to destroy the entire black empowerment space. No, I actually think that the black empowerment space still deserves to be here. Like you guys have the right to talk about colorism, texturism, and featureism. So I will never, you'll never see me even flagging down these videos about myself. Like, even if people say, "Oh, we doxed Exoticals United," or like, "We're doxing all these people," or "We're talking all this shit about Exoticals," do you know how many videos if I truly felt threatened, I really could have just flagged all of these videos down. You do know that, right? Like, if I really felt like my privacy was invaded or if I really felt threatened or like, "Oh my god, like they found me," or like, "Oh my god, I'm so threatened or sad," or something, or I don't want their channels to exist, I would have just flagged all of these channels down. You can easily file a legal privacy claim or something to get all of this stuff flagged down. So if I truly felt threatened, I would have either flagged things down or I would have gone on all these live streams to try to smear their channels. But you've never seen me do that. Why? Because I actually have something going for myself and because I'm not envious of the growth of other women. And also, I don't have to pander to unambiguous dark skinned black women, which seems to be maybe what you were trying to do, unambiguous exotical. That's how it comes off. Okay. It comes off like you were attempting to pander to unambiguous dark skinned black women by bashing my channel or saying that I'm making it seem like there's something negative with all of the unambiguous black women. Why would you even support a channel that you feel is truly a negative reflection of all unambiguous black women? In fact, why would YouTube as a whole support my channel at all? Wouldn't I have gone against the community guidelines? Like, seriously, wouldn't I have gone against the community guidelines if my channel was truly hate speech? So, do you see what I mean about the situational ethics? Unambiguous exotical, that is situational ethics. And also, Pinterest Bratz, I'm not sure whose channels you were talking about when you were saying that they were racist as far as the exoticals. I noticed Pinterest Bratz, whenever the exotical space receives heat, that is when you will change your name or suddenly try to dissociate yourself from the exotical. So, to be completely honest, I haven't viewed you as being a part of the exotical space ever since you changed your name, and that's totally fine. I wish you the best of luck. But I am curious, even in Pinterest Brat's case, I'm curious to know what exact channels you were talking about when you said that like they're so racist and they're like such bad people or like they're saying that blackness is ugly, because last time I checked people are attempting, they're claiming to have doxed me and people are trying to prove that I personally am dark and ugly or black and ugly. So I'm not sure who you're talking about, Pinterest Brats. And when you say that the exoticals have bamboozled you, this is not a cult. Nobody is controlling you. Nobody is forcing you to create certain content. Okay. The talking points on my channel have really been the same since day one. And also, a part of building a community is developing a language and developing a conversation around your experiences. So I'm not quite sure if you were just using sensationalized titles. I mean, I use sensationalized titles myself, so I get it. So, but Pinterest Brats, this is a part of why I point fingers and name names. Like when I'm talking, if I'm going to make serious accusations against somebody, or if I'm calling something out, I stand 10 toes down on what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is why I have no problem calling out your name and calling out Unambiguous Exotical and calling out Olden Goddess and her struggle channel because you guys seem to be talking all this crap in an attempt to gain subscribers and it's not working for you. Look at the difference between me gaining 8,000 subscribers. I've gained 8,000 subscribers ever since the first time Chrissy responded to me, ever since the very first time that the Black empowerment space started responding to me. I've gained 8,000 subscribers. Okay. So my social climbing tactics are working for me. You know how they're trying to claim to have all this information about me supposedly. I will actually use trolls to troll myself, and then I will use it as a social climbing tactic. So that's what I will do. I don't have to go on live streams and then be like, "Oh my god, yeah, I know that I've been an exotical this whole time, but actually they bamboozled me. Oh, wait, actually, my name was Unambiguous Exotical, but now I'm randomly changing it and trying to go on the live stream of someone else so I can pander to the subscribers of the Black empowerment movement." No, I don't have to pander for shit. Either you like me or you don't. And also, something that you guys both need to realize, well, all of my detractors, not just Unambiguous Exotical and Golden Goddess, but all of my detractors, what you need to realize is that cancel culture doesn't work, boo. People care about my content more than they care about me. Okay? People care about good content on YouTube. They care about good talking points. They care about leveling up. They don't care about whatever it is that a lot of you guys are talking about on your struggle channels. So I just I just have a few questions. So yeah, my question for you, Unambiguous Exotical, is why did you do this? And I probably come off as very aggressive in this live stream, but I just have a question like, yeah, why did you do this? And then my question for Pinterest Bratz is who bamboozled you? Like you said that the exoticals bamboozled you. I don't know if that is still your title of your video, but what exoticals bamboozled you? What cult are you a part of? Because this is not a cult. Everybody has freedom of speech on YouTube. Okay. I'm not going anywhere. The exotical space isn't going anywhere. We've got new women creating channels every single day. And so, I mean, either way, I wish all of you guys the best of luck. I'm very curious to see what kind of community you guys can all build. I mean, with Golden Goddess, she's been on YouTube longer than me. Her channel has been deleted by YouTube multiple times. She was a celebrity tea channel, and she kind of still is. So she only is able to talk about celebrity tea, and I am now the celebrity, or the exoticals are now the celebrities. So that's fine, but it's like, what kind of community are you guys building? Because I'm curious. So those are my questions for all of you guys. So those are my questions for all of you guys. What kind of communities are you building? What are your talking points? And for the Unambiguous Exotical, why did you go on this struggle YouTuber Strategic Feminine's live stream and then suddenly claim to have issues with the exotical community that you have been a part of yourself and started your channel based on? And by the way, I'm not saying it like, oh, everybody has to agree with everything we're doing and saying. Of course not, because that's weird. Like, there's no such thing, really. There's no such thing as agreeing with everything a person says. Like, I would hope that you don't come on YouTube and like automatically follow anybody on YouTube. But at the same time, I don't go on YouTube and stream about somebody else and say, oh, well, I have a gripe with Unambiguous Exotical, or I have a gripe with Pinterest Brass. She bamboozled me. No, I don't say that because even if you guys have different talking points, I still respect your views. I still respect your lifestyle. I still respect you as an overall content creator and as a human being. So I don't feel the need to do that. So that's my question for you guys. I'm very curious to see what your responses are. But Pretty Girl Club, what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comment section and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.